Welcome back, guys. Mike here. I just got back from a local fish store with a bag full of fish. We got a bucket. We got fish. What are we gonna do? Probably put them in this tank. They've been up here for, I don't know, a long time, probably pushing 45 minutes. So we need to get these guys into the tank. First into the net, then into the tank. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll talk about what they are and why I picked them out. I picked out lime LaCroix as the drink of the day, the official drink of this fish room. Guys, get your hands on some LaCroix, but beware, once you start drinking them, you can't stop. And no, I'm not sponsored by LaCroix. I saw a couple of comments. That's crazy. I wish. But anyway, let's check out the tank. We've had these rainbow endlers in here for a little over a week. I only ended up losing one of them, so that's always a good thing. And we have primarily males in here. In fact, I think we have all males in here. When I went to the fish store, they had like one female left, and you don't want to throw one female in with 15 males, right? So we will wait and do that another day. Unfortunately, there won't be any breeding in here, but if I can get breeding to happen, I want it to, so we'll get some females in here eventually. But these fish, as you probably saw in that little montage, are super colorful. I mean, they're crazy. They're super fun to watch. They don't really school, but it doesn't matter too much because they move around so much. You don't really need that schooling effect to enjoy what they're doing in the aquarium. These fish are super easy to keep, great beginner fish. They're very similar to their guppy counterparts, but they do a little bit better with a slightly lower pH. So that's another thing to keep in mind. If your tanks run a little low, this might be a good alternative to guppies for you. And I think they're a pretty rewarding fish. Again, I can't wait to get some females in here and try and get some breeding going, so I just have a ton of these fish in here. I think it would look really, really awesome. Let's go ahead and check out some feeding action. These guys go crazy for the fancy guppy food. They know what's about to happen. They're all crowding over here in the corner of the tank. Here you go. Eat up. Now, since I added these fish, I have had a little bit of an issue with some string algae in here. I had a little bit of it before I added these fish, but again, there was only a couple shrimp in here, so I wasn't putting a lot of food into the aquarium. I wasn't feeding it, and now that I have been feeding it quite a bit, these guys do have a huge appetite. I have been having a little bit more of an issue fighting the algae in here. You can see up here I got my toothbrush and my tweezers, and I've just been kind of spindling the hair algae out. It's been working so far. I just need to keep up on my water changes and maybe bring the CO2 back. The carpet has been trimmed since I added the fish. I do need to add more plants to this aquarium though. A lot of slow growing stuff in here that's not going to uptake nutrients very well. I have lobelia in the back, but what I really want to do, I think, is add some rotala, get some more color in here, maybe something that's going to be red. And then of course I want to put in some more Anubias in here and really pack it full of plants. Beyond that, I don't really have a ton of plants for this aquarium though. I do want to add some invertebrates. I want to add some shrimp to it. Not sure what color form, but I do want to get some more of that going on in here, and they should be okay with these endlers. So I'll keep you guys posted on this tank as far as getting more female endlers, as well as putting some shrimp in here. That's going to be pretty fun. I do like the scape still in this aquarium. It's kind of weird, like I don't know, the scale is, it just needs more plants, I think, what the story is here. So I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll make some progress on this tank here in the next couple of weeks. Let's check in over here on the shrimp tank that we set up recently with the Blue Dream shrimp. There's still a ton in here. Trust me, they like to hide. There's a lot of hiding spaces down here in the baby tiers. There's one running up. So these guys have been doing really good. All the plants in here have been doing pretty well. The Monte Carlo up here has grown a tremendous amount. It's really fixed onto that rock now, and it's just doing really, really well. So the only regret I have is not using more of this Monte Carlo down on the substrate. So I ended up using what I thought was dwarf baby tears. That's what I had bought, but it turns out that this is just regular baby tears. So if you look down, you can see it's very different looking than dwarf baby tears, which has more of a form like the Monte Carlo, but smaller. So if I could go back, I would make sure that I had, in fact, Monte Carlo for all of this, or dwarf baby tears, actual dwarf baby tears, to kind of match the look. But I don't hate the way that, you know, the tank is looking so far. There's a lot more trimming involved with the baby tears. You can see down here, there's a patch of the Monte Carlo down there. But yeah, so far the tank has been really nice to me. You know, not too much trouble with algae. There is a little bit of some green stuff down here on top of the baby tears on the side, but it's not a huge deal. I just get the toothbrush every few days and kind of scoop it out of there, and it doesn't come back too strong. So things are going well. The Pinnatifida is also just really kicking butt in here, and I think it adds a lot to the scape, having that little pop of kind of that darker pink. I think it just makes the tank look a lot better than if it didn't have it in there. Kind of fills in this left side and makes this piece all look like one big thing. So, I don't know, let me know what you guys think. We are also waiting on adding a fish to this aquarium, so I don't know exactly when that's gonna happen. I said that in the last video where we talked about this tank and added the shrimp, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks we can get something in here, and of course you guys will be the first to know. We're gonna save this tank for another day. Let's zoom over here and check out the pufferfish tank and talk a little bit about it. The pufferfish are still doing good. I'm feeding them snails and frozen bloodworms like normal. I haven't had a ton of problems in this tank since we set it up. I did have a little bit of Anubias Rot, that common problem that a lot of people seem to have, so there is a little bit less of the Anubias Nana Narrowleaf in here, but I don't think it looks worse or anything. The Kessel A80, I've turned it way down because I did have a little bit of trouble with algae up here, some brown fuzz stuff up at the top, and so, you know, just getting this tank balanced has been a little bit of a challenge. It hasn't been too bad, but it's one of those things where you have a tank that has pretty much all slow growing plants. Even with a low light setting, you can still run into some algae issues. So just staying up on water changes, giving it time is the other really important thing, and I think this tank is really going to come together. But you know, it doesn't look too bad if we step back and look at it, right? I don't know, you tell me. These guys look hungry though, so let's treat them to a little snack. A few ram's horn snails. They'll appreciate that. Oh, that one's toast. Oh man. Velociraptors. Seriously, these fish are crazy, man. Hunting in a pack for like 5 seconds, right? There's one. He's late to the game. Is he gonna get noticed? This guy was on him for a second. Let's see if he gets spotted. Sometimes they get away with it for a while, but eventually they make a mistake, they move, the puffers see him, and they just swarm on him. It's super fun to watch. This guy knows. Nope, oh, he got chased off. Come on. He's right there out in the open, guys. Come on. All right, let's help him out a little bit here. There we go. Dun dun dun. Oh, he says that's mine. That's my snail, bud. Definitely some competition going on here for food. Oh, there we go. There's your dinner. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Boom. Winner, winner. Snail dinner. I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you even more for all the support recently. It's been fantastic. I got some new shirts coming out, and I think you guys are going to like them. If you guys haven't checked out the AQUAPROS merch yet, there will be a link for it down in the description. That helps me out a ton. You have no idea. But we'll see you guys very soon. We're going to be setting up a new tank here really soon. I know that I say that like in every video, but I swear this time it's actually going to happen. I'm really excited. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.